Right, here we are then, Dunwich Beach. Friday, as per usual, the sacred day of the week.
All hail the Fridays.
Having a bash for the whatever's out there. We seem to have been having a bit of a good streak just lately on the whiting, don't we? And we've had a bit of a mixture of various species.
Yeah.
And today is an absolutely beautiful day. There's not another soul down here, which is nice.
This is our third trip to the beach. I finally got this young man here back on the beach after 20-year layoff.
And it's cost me a kidney.
Which makes my 13-year layoff pale into insignificance. But yeah, we started off a couple of weeks ago because of the rivers. We're in such a mess. So we said, look, we need to get fishing. Let's go down the beach. And this chap here he was like a Cheshire cat all day long. Not only because of the fishing, but the memories it suddenly brought back from when we were kids down at Kesselland, although the Kesselland beach is just so different to what it was. And we've been out the last couple of weeks. We haven't recorded, mainly because we were like dog walker city. Kesselland, we done all last week, and we just inundated with dog walkers, which is fine.
We didn't think that French bulldogs in pink knitted coats eating our bait would make for particularly gripping viewing, so we thought we'd give it a swerve on that one.
The funny thing, on our first trip at Kesselland, we were getting the gear out of the car, and this, I'm going to say, slightly eccentric woman came along, told us she didn't like what we'd done to fish. Fair enough, you're all entitled to your view. But she did tell us very sternly not to leave our stuff on the beach, and we said, yeah, we're responsible. We always take our rubbish off. So off we trotted and just went left a bit, picked a spot, and the first thing that Kevin saw on the beach was a big dog turd. So I was going to run back up and ask if it was hers. But
as a footnote to that,
yeah.
She didn't like what we did to fish,
yeah.
But I think she was a fan of plenty of fish.
She was, yeah.
Yeah, she was a bit of a swinger, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
yes.
So here we are. We've come down, as you'll see now, not so many dogs. So hopefully we'll get some filming in today, get a bit of action, and we'll give you another video, long-awaited video. So
we've certainly had some adventures on the beach over the years, and this just brings it all back, right back to when we used to go fishing with our dads, sort of in the early 70s.
Yeah.
Back on, when there was plenty of fish out there.
We used to get unicorns all the time, didn't we?
Oh,
yeah.
all sorts, man.
Yeah.
There was just, it was narwhals. There was all kinds of things coming up. I do actually remember a dead whale on the beach at Benniker.
Yeah.
When we were catching all them spur dog that time at Easter.
Yeah.
There was a massive dead whale on the beach, and it stunk to high heaven.
It's unbelievable. But yeah, so we're going to get on though and reel in, and we'll keep coming back to you throughout.
Hopefully we'll have more to show you than just a few micro whiting. So
who knows? Good start for Kev there, double header. We got whiting and yeah, dab. Look, no doubt that's a dab. You can see right through him. Fantastic.
Transparent.
Yeah.
It's beautiful, aren't they?
So yeah.
And they're both lip hooked as well, which is nice.
Oh, that's good. Cool. Let's have some more. Right, I'm going to pull in anyway. Mine's been out there a while. Well, I've been doing a bit of drone footage, so pull this one in.
That hooks are sharp. Sweet, I like that.
Is that on the?
It's on that 2-hook flatter with the just mackerel and squid on it.
Is that? Yeah. Okay, that's the one below the lead, isn't it?
The what?
You've got a hook below the lead, one below, one up, one down.
Dad was on
Yeah.
Oh, hello. You can show it off that.
That's nice.
That's a nice white.
Yeah.
Shit.
So it's, yeah, that's a good whiting really. Action all the way through already. Fantastic.
Yeah, John, I just did the same, and John's now decided he's going to go one better and get a nice big whiting. Yeah, it's edible, that one.
Guess where he's going?
Yeah, one for the pound. Lovely.
Superb, clean looking little fish, aren't they?
Yeah.
Just, I love them, dabs. And yeah, you can set up for these, size 2, size 4s, whatever you want, but that was on a 1.0 on black lug, so they're not fussy. Let's get him back. So rigs and baits today, just really keeping it simple. Come round there, so my shadow's not on it. I've got a 2-hook on there, one up, one down. It's a loop rig and size 2s, and that's sticky black lug and a little bit of bling. Same on the bottom there, nothing fancy. Dabs love that stuff. Sticky black lug, delicious. And I'll put that on a plain lead. I haven't actually got a rolling lead, but there's not much tide going on today at the moment anyway, so this will just allow a little bit of movement. And on the other one, just a 1 up and 1 down flapper with a tiny bit of bling and pieces of mackerel just whipped on there with elastic. Small baits, that's all it needs, and the fish will be on there quite quickly. 5-ounce breakaway on that one, so let's see what we get. Just a quick one on the old black lug. All I've got is frozen, and when it comes out the paper, it looks like a big snotty bogey. So goes onto a bait needle, and then I just bind it up with elastic. It's much more manageable. You can slide it onto the hook and cut it to length really. Yeah, there is a drawback, and that is you still get elastic stuck on your hook, but it's not a big deal. You can soon pull it off. But yeah, bit of a difference between what's on the bait needle and this here. There's a surprise. I thought they were on the same hook for a moment, because it does happen. Yeah. Keep it up, son, keep it up. Right, let's have a look. A little bit of weed there, Kev. Oh dear. It's not good. So nothing on the worm baits there. Interesting. Don't even look as though I've been bitten. No. Go back onto the fish bait. See what happens. First time so far today, and we've come back fishless, and the baits don't actually look as though they've been got. So strange, but not a big deal. As you get older, you kind of live. You live with embarrassment, don't you? And
Constantly.
so during the week when I was working from home, I think I had these trousers on and a scruffy black fleece, and I took the dog for a walk, came back in, and then I'd done a few things. I was going to get changed into something a bit more tidy, and
I think I know where this is.
builder came round unexpectedly because they're going to repair the ceiling. And so I showed him round. The young kid that was with him wanted to see the snakes. And I showed him the snakes. And it's getting on by then. It's about 10 o'clock.
That isn't a euphemism, by the way. I take it people are aware that you breed
Pythons, yeah. So 10 o'clock, and I'm still looking like shite, basically. And I had a haircut booked that day because the beard was looking a bit Robinson Crusoe. So anyway, I was just thinking about getting changed, and the
Is there any other way?
doorbell went again, and I thought, oh, it's probably the builder's come back. So I went, I just opened the door, and this little posh lady stood there, you know, the blue quilted jacket and the very, very spick and span, and she looked me up and down and said, oh, I'm from the hall. You know, my landlord that lives in the big hall across the road. She said, I had this parcel arrive. She said, brown paper bag. He said, I thought you might want it for the weekend. I thought, is she being funny? Because she doesn't look funny. And I said, oh, okay, thanks for that. I knew what it was. I said, just check the address, and Amazon had popped the address out, so it did say the hall. I said, I'm really sorry. She said, it happens quite a bit. And I said, well, thanks very much for taking the time, and thank you. And before she turned around, she just looked me up and down and then walked off. And I thought, I know I look a bit rough, but I look like shite, but was there any need for that? So I closed the door, went to see Gabby, and I told her the story, and she went, it's probably because you've got porridge in your beard. A dirty great lump of porridge.
Oh, I thought you were going to say as you turned around you caught a glimpse of the massive piss stain in your jogger bottoms or something. Because I've been there with that one.
Yeah, how to influence people. So
I did that at work one day. Pair of grey joggers on, just been for a wee, washed my hands, and our sink is a bit awkward in the corner. And when I turned the tap on, it sort of splashed up and it all went down the front of the jogger bottoms. And you couldn't make time to any worse. As I walked out the door, somebody knocked on the door. I opened the door, and there's this pretty little girl standing there delivering a parcel from Every, and she did exactly the same. She just looked me up and down, sort of handed the parcel to me, and practically ran off. And I'm not, oh, why bother?
Just flash your bus pass and say I'm old, it's allowed. Oh.
If that had been another bloke, they would have had an eyelid, wouldn't they?
They would have understood, wouldn't they? Yeah, you can tell the white in the back. Just cast that one out, and well, you know what they say, never work with animals and children, and you would see fish as well. You probably saw just a rattle on the right hand lock there. But no sooner had I turned my back on that, it was rattling away. So nice to see they're back on the feet. The challenge is picking out the better fish, isn't it, really? That's difficult. You can put bigger baits on, sand eels, etc. In the hope you're going to get something a bit bigger. But to be honest, when there's so many small ones, they're just on that bait. So you take what you're given, I guess.
Had a bit of a lean spell there, when there was not much happening. No, the whiting seemed to be back. It'd just be nice to get something a little bit bigger. I've got one hook, I've got a pulley rig on the other rod with a nice big bit of squid on it. Hoping there's still one or two bass or maybe a ray out there, but no sign yet. But I'm hoping now this tide's just about done. Not that it's been much of a tide, but yeah, we're back on the two at a time whiting again now, which is fun. And to be fair, I haven't actually used worm baits at all today. I've just stuck to the squid and mackerel, and I've had loads of whiting. I've not really had anything sizable. The fish baits certainly seem to be paying off. Yeah, seem to be. It'd be nice if there was one or two bigger ones out there.
Yeah. That's what the sand eels are meant to.
What, entice the bigger fish?
Yeah. Because they change their diet. So they get bigger.
Yes, I suppose they do. Yeah, they're more scavenging when they're small, aren't they?
Yeah, they start eating fish.
Perhaps that's why they're liking the mackerel.
I think there's so many around, I don't think they give a shit.
No, but they're just not packing the weight on, are they? I think there's so much competition for food that they're just not packing the. Yeah, at least you don't have to worry about too skillful a presentation. I'm just slapping it on the hooks and I'll try a little bit of sand eel on one hook this time just to see what happens. Always take precautions. Right, I'm going to pour myself a coffee because that's a dead cert way to get a bite. Never fails when you're river fishing. As soon as you get your coffee in your hand, bang. you. Got a bit of meat.
You can unhook him clean, just put him back, Kev. Huh? Yeah, put him back then if he's going to be a survivor. I've got a few in there now. I say generally if they're deep hooked, I'll keep them. If you can get them back, then.
Yeah.
Because you know there'll be more that are deep hooked. They are gorgeous fish, aren't they? So, Kev just pulled in a whiting. It's stuck to its tail.
Oh, it looks like some bikini bottom.
There's this little critter here. Really dug into the whiting's tail. Some sort of lice, I suppose. Never seen one of those before. But, evil little bugger. Right, let's have this one in. It's been rattling around. I got involved in the excitement of the alien that was on that fish. Christ, surfing. Surprise, surprise. Yeah, bit of a whiting fest as expected, but nevertheless,
Loads of fun.
I've got this man here on the beach again and he's hooked. So for the future, things are looking bright,
Yeah.
particularly when we go into next year, into the spring, summer, and we get a good mix of species other than whiting. We haven't shown you all the fish today because it's just whiting, and a few more whiting.
And a dogfish.
And one dogfish, of course, which we did get on film. So yeah, been a great day as usual, but it's time to pack up and head home. So we'll see you next time round. Cheers.
Absolutely. See you.